I'm Christina Fugis with MoldMaking Technology, and I'm back for another quick MMT chat. My guest today is Casey Barca with Strike Tax Advisory. Hello, Casey.
Hello, Christina.
We are here to talk about the R&D tax credit. So why don't you quickly give our viewers 3 things they need to know about this credit?
Well, honestly, I think some of the biggest issues is like there's so many people that we work with on a daily basis that have never heard about this in the first place. And part of my mission with our company here at Strike is more of an educational piece. So that's why we're wanting to join you and your the other attendees here at the conference and really help get the word out about what has changed, what those impacts are, from a tax perspective, and how you can use the R&D tax credit as more of a tax planning tool.
So it's that number one then is awareness. They just need to be simply aware that this is even in existence.
Right, for sure.
Number one.
For sure, making sure that they're aware that it's out there, and then also looking for a competent partner to work with your accounting team to make sure that you are calculating and capturing these credits properly, and making sure that if the IRS ever were to come knocking, that you have somebody there that is going to be with you throughout the process, throughout any potential audit. While those are rare, 1 to 2% of returns do get audited for some reason. But Strike is there to work with you along that, throughout that entire process. And then there's from mold making to injection molding. There's a lot of R&D that happens throughout the entire,
Exactly.
So everything from the polymers that are being used in the front end, all the way down to the precision engineering that goes into making the mold on the back end. So
what are the top or the most common things you see once you have a mold builder that's now on board and wants to look into this? Mm-hmm. What are things that they overlook immediately that they're like, oh my gosh, that can be part of this tax credit?
Right, so I think that would probably be, it's not just the time that your staff works on this, it's the supplies, the raw materials that go into designing, testing, and validating that mold, right? So from the machining, you're not going to use your high quality titanium alloy to test to make sure that your machining or your CNC programming is correct, right? You're working with a stock aluminum to start with. So all that aluminum, how many iterations that you have to go through, that's an expense that you can capture towards the R&D credit, in addition to the time that you're paying your employees to do that.
So once they're aware of this, or actually the shops that are already aware, mm-hmm. What is significant about the changes that happened?
So the changes that happened are effective for 2022. Essentially, companies are no longer able to deduct these R&D expenses 100% in the current year. You have to now capitalize and amortize those expenses over the course of 5 years. So boil that all down into tax speak. Basically, R&D companies are having a much bigger tax bill starting here in 2022 because you have fewer deductions to offset that taxable income.
Got it. All right, well, great advice. There you have it. For everything mold making, visit moldmakingtechnology.com.